Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hope you're doing well. So, I wanted to talk to you about how people like Pearly Things are switching their attack to push women into the workforce. And so now, I just want to remind some stay at home moms or women who are thinking about it before they have kids or they want to let go of their dead end jobs and be a full time mom that it's okay to want to spend time with your kids. The more time you spend with your children, the more you will notice patterns and routines. This is really important because when you identify patterns of the good and the bad, you will come up with more probable solutions, and you can also make something even better when you notice a pattern. When it comes to reading their moods, what they like to eat, when they like to nap, what helps them to fall asleep. You just basically get to know who they are at all stages of their development the more time you spend with them. This will give you memories for when you're in your old age, but also make it so that you have more motherly wisdom to give to other moms. Because you will have seen and witnessed things and have experience with it, and you'll be able to transmit that knowledge to those who need it. If you think it's posh and aristocratic and niche to make a nanny do all the hard work and you just show up for a few hours and then kiss them and put them to bed, it's not really going to be the same quality time spent, and you're going to be so busy at your job that you're not even going to have time for that inner dialogue like you would at home. For example, you're at home in your garden, you're taking some tomatoes down or some cucumbers, and you're just thinking about your little one while they're asleep, reflecting and reviewing, pretty much the data you've learned thus far about them. Whereas if you are a waitress, a hostess, secretary, the second you try to have a pause of silence, here comes somebody interrupting that, and now you must think about what they want you to think about. Your kid is pushed in the back, right? When you come home, you have to decompress and unwind. Here comes your kid who's been thinking about you all day. They're wondering where the mama is. It's normal and healthy and natural for a child who loves their mom to want to immediately just bond with them and be all around them, hovering and wanting to be near. And so if you can't switch very well and you have limited time, you don't really get to notice as much, and your mind is more preoccupied. While I'm cooking, chopping, cleaning, organizing, I do think about my children, essentially. Even when little one's taking a nap, sometimes I'll look at her pictures I've taken on my phone. Good moms miss their children even when they're napping, and yes, we do need time to ourselves. We need a break to unwind. But we don't hate our children and love them so little that we want to see them in the arms of a stranger who we've paid per hour, per month, whatever it is you're paying them. It just isn't the same. That child wants to look at you. You're that child's hero. And the fact that some people don't care that the child looks at them as a hero shows they're actually more selfish and put their child second. And you're only lonely for a little while. When you look how many years women have to themselves, you can't handle 2 years. How long really is 2 years? So you may be feeling lonely, or like you don't have mom friends, or things are stagnant when they're really not, but you feel that way. And then you're like, well, I should just have a nanny do it so I can go out, because I can't sacrifice 2 years, 3 years. This is quite selfish and shows that a lot of moms are becoming more cold-hearted because they worship money, careerism, credentialism, and they'd rather be at work with their coworkers gossiping about them, the nagging of customer service, you name it, a manager demanding from them, than seeing the face of their sweet child. They say, oh, well, it'll be hard for me to go back into the workforce. And your kid needs you. Your kid wants to be around you. Your coworkers could care less if you die. They could care less of anything about you. It's bizarre where people think their coworkers actually care about them. They have to fake caring about you because HR makes them. Like, if you went to ask your coworker how they really feel about you and you got offended, you literally can go to HR and be like, so-and-so said this, and then they're going to get a write-up and they get, 3 infractions and they're out for disturbing the work environment. People have to give you that fake small talk attitude because they, they want to keep their jobs. Your child looks at you with genuine love, but you rather trade that. That's not empowering. You're not a good mom if you decide that 2 years, 3 years of you spending time with the child that you made is just too much, and you'd rather pay someone else to do it. That's quite cruel, in my opinion. A lot of people can't afford to stay home. They just don't want to reduce anything, or they married a man who doesn't really have any work ethic. And that is quite sad. So instead of pushing their man to work, they put their kid with a nanny and they go to work. It's quite sad. It's quite sad. And your kid, while they're away at public school, you can be focusing on making everything ready for them. The amount of things that need to be done, people who need to be called, errands that need to be handled, the amount of excellent food you can be cooking. Like, if you want to do a nice roast, cook it low and slow for 3 hours. That's wonderful. You want to work out. There's so much you can do while they're at school. But you're limited when you go to work. You can only do what your work allows. Okay? Your mental health can increase if you just think about different things that stimulate your mind. Going to work isn't really gonna do any type of mental health reboost. If you stay home, you can pray, you can do your meditation in terms of just sitting in silence, you can do stretching, working out, have some type of hobby, you can volunteer at your kid's school, you have way more time to do healthy things for your community and society than just for your boss. So beware of grifters and flip-floppers like Pearly Things who trivialize spending time with your children, and feminists in general who really resent motherhood and resent men and glorify just working at Target or some other lame job. Even if you're a doctor, even if you're a pharmacist, you're still going to have those days where you just don't want to be there. Giving up 2-3 years to be a full-time parent, bare minimum, is worth it. You will be able to see who your child is on such a deeper level instead of just part-time. It's cute when you get to notice your child's development because your eyes are focusing on them constantly. That's a gift. I saw a post the other day on X/Twitter. A baby who got a heart transplant who's struggling but getting there. Young child, probably younger than 6 months. All the cables and cords and how desperately that mother is hoping her child makes it. And inshallah, Allah will bless that child with health. But so many moms have healthy babies and they don't appreciate it. And they'd rather not spend time with them. But when the child is sick, they want to spend time with them. really think about that. This mother is spending so much time with her baby, and if her baby makes it, I'm sure she's going to want to spend every waking minute with that child. Why is it that feminists who claim to represent women are telling women don't be kept, don't have a provider husband, go 50-50, and they're enabling men to make them work and pay bills while holding up their end of the deals of being a mom? Think about it. Think about how drained and exhausted you'll be from trying to do the very important task of fortifying the soul and knowledge base of a human being that you pushed out of your body, and then trying to be the employee of the month. You can't serve two masters. You can't have it all, and that's okay. Your career will be there. They want you to say be a mom in your 40s, but they don't say have a career in your 40s. You can always go back to the workforce. Your diploma only matters to you. The success you have will only be recognized for a year, and then someone else will come along and the masses will focus on someone else. None of them will care about your tombstone or read your book about yourself. Few will be remembered as greats. And even the greats of the past, even their names are fading. So why are you choosing your job, your career, over spending time with the healthy child you created? Why are you pushing away a man who would take care of you and allow you the opportunity to be with your child full time? Why is it a privilege to go to work, but not a privilege to be with your child? Why run to work to deal with strangers and run away from the child who only loves you in this world? No man, no one at all will love you as much as your child loves you. You push them away, they'll get older, they can stop loving you. But when they're little, they literally need you. They feel safe when they're around you. You have coworkers who fake smile in your face, and when you show up, they're why is this person working with me? Oh, her again? Ugh, I hate her. Oh, hi, how are you? They, time and time again, especially with women. You know, women sometimes, they always harp on men in the workplace, but the fakeness of so many women, like, oh, I was just gossiping about you, but hi, how are you? Oh my gosh, I love what you did with your hair. Oh my gosh, I love your nails. Your eyeshadow is perfect. What brand is it? And meanwhile, you leave and she's like, oh my god, I hate her so bad. Giving up time with your child to go be with the cat wenches at your job. It's wild. Think about it. If you're nervous about Western men, just marry an immigrant. If you're nervous about what kind of man you attract, perfect yourself and see what it is about yourself that's attracting those types of men who you can't feel safe with. And why are you with a man who won't let you be with your child? Ask yourself that. Why are you with somebody who doesn't want to allow you to spend as much time as you desire with your child? And even if you're this wenchy, catty, occultic feminist, why would you want to be with a man who doesn't care if you spend time with his child? Really examine that. Why would you want to have kids with somebody who would rather you work than spend time with their kid that you made together? Really goes to show that the feminist ideals of a husband are a nightmare. Let me know what you think. But I love that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given me the opportunity to be with my child. My littlest and my eldest. I love my children. And spending time with them can be rough. And you love it when your husband comes home because you can have your free time to, get some extra things done. But the silliness and the cuteness of watching your kids play together and the funny things they say and do is priceless. And I would not want to be at work saying, "Oh, I noticed on my hours that you missed 2 hours because I clocked in at this time," and and I'm trying to like dance on eggshells with a very grumpy manager, or navigating the moods of my coworkers. One's pissed off, one is like micromanaging everything everyone does. The chef's pissed off in the kitchen. Whoa, how do I survive just so I don't get fired so I can pay my bills? No. Letting your man go out into the world and fight those battles, and me making the environment peaceful, safe, and secure is worth a lot. And being able to see the patterns your kids do is very adorable. Alhamdulillah. If you'd like to join my blog, it's www.subscribestar.com/MilhanArchive. Hope to see you there.